Good afternoon, everyone. It's Tanya of Cute and Cuddly Nursery. Today I thought I would share my hair mapping for little Lauri by, is it Elisa Marx? I think that's how you say her name. And this one I've made a darker, slightly darker skin tone. She's got a little bit of a brown tone from I just did the primary colors on her, so, well, mostly just red and yellow to achieve her skin tone, so it turned out really cool. I'd actually like to try this technique again, but maybe a little bit darker. Just not experimenting on a baby that's already spoken for, so I have I don't know if you can tell, I have started, maybe a little. Alright, I gotta get Pebbles out of here because I don't want it focusing on her. There we go. So, I did start with a little bit of hair mapping with a Prisma pencil. This one is dark umber. I'm not sure if you can read that. I hope so. There we go. And so I'm just kind of lightly going through and adding the hair, and I always have so much trouble with the sides, and I'm not really sure why, but like the sides of the hair always give me trouble because I don't know where to start or how it should look, I guess, as well. So I think this one's gonna be a boy, actually, if I remember correctly. So, let's see. I'm just kind of, right now, adding, you know, how, kind of how I want it to look. I always have such trouble with how I want the hair to look, so I have some inspiration pictures that I'm going off of. So I've got a tablet up actually that I'm using for my inspiration pictures. So I should have these on a folder that I can just put up here, but I haven't done that yet. I should. Let's see. Let's see, it's not letting me continue to scroll through, and I don't know why. Okay. This is an old tablet that I've had for many years, so I hope this is coming up on for everybody to see. I'm just doing really light lines right now. And then of course with the paint I will make them darker. But for now I'm just making them, you know, light enough that I can see them. I just realized I don't have Marty in the background today. That's okay. I don't know where he is. If it's nice outside, he's usually outside. Out enjoying the sun. Okay. Now, my hair painting doesn't always stay the same. Once I actually start painting, I mean, it changes. Which is normal. I don't know if anybody really, you know, goes, their hair painting stays the same once they've started painting. So I know mine changes a bit. Okay, so I just have some light coloring here. So my thought is to leave the top, that'll be, you know, have like more hair, so it'll be darker up here and thicker, and then off on the sides here won't be as thick, of course. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. This line here in the front looks a little dark. So this is just a sponge that I grabbed. Hide the baby. Okay, there we go. This is just a sponge. Fresh sponge, just ripped the top off, filled it with some water, made it damp. So, great for erasing. So, there we go. So far, so good. Oh, I gotta think of a mirror. Okay, so, I hope everybody can see what I've done. And I think I can go ahead and start painting. And I am using air dry paints as well for this little one. I might add a little bit more blushing too before I'm done with Lauri. Maybe he's Larry instead of Lauri, if he's a boy. I have no idea what his mommy is naming him, so. But so far, super cute. So I'm going to grab my paint dish up here. And then mix up some paint. Sorry. I grabbed a water today, so I've got water that I can drink and not be too, you know, dehydrated. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a bit darker of a brown than I did before. So this is Burnt Umber. It's number 2 of the Ultimate Fusion paints. I need to order new paints soon. This is my trial size that I got, and it's been really good. You know, I don't really have, you know, very much. Oops, sorry, I bumped the tripod. Don't have much to complain about as far as that goes. It's been good. Oh, sorry, I did put in number 8. What is number 8? Fallow Blue. Cool. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not sure, but there's the color. It's kind of like a dark navy blue, actually. Okay, so here's my little dots of paint I added. Kind of like a 1:2 ratio. And then I'm just gonna put in a little bit of water. Not a whole lot. Oh, they separated a little bit. I don't want to dump this in my lap. That wouldn't be good. Okay, now it's looking a bit gray, so I must have put a little bit too much blue in there because I added a touch of blue because otherwise it kind of turns orangey. So I added about 3 parts back in of the brown. Because this baby's supposed to have like a medium color. I'm not sure how well that's showing up. It still has a little bit of a gray tint, which is fine. I'll use that just for the like little baby hairs in the front. So here's my liner brush, if it'll focus on my liner brush. Come on. It doesn't want to. There we go. Oh yeah, now when I say it doesn't want to. There we go. So yeah, this is just a fine line. I like to use this for the capillaries, for coarse painted hair and eyebrows especially. But his eyebrows this time I have done just with the pencils. But I'll go over the eyebrows with the paint as well. So I just kind of rub the paint off a bit at the end there. And then I'm just doing very light lines for, like, you know, the baby hairs in the front. I don't know if that's showing up or not. I hope so. Hopefully I'm in the frame this time. I wanted to do a hair painting tutorial with Ethan Brace. If you saw her, she is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. She turned out wonderfully. And as a girl. And, you know, I looked online for her as a girl, and I just couldn't find anything. And I thought, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? Usually I have some sort of, you know, inspiration that I can find, but no. If your lines are too dark, just use the sponge to go over it. And I just kind of dabbed them. And that kind of, you know, blends them in better and they don't look so harsh. But yeah, I could not, for the life of me, find inspiration for a girl, Ethan. I thought, well, he makes a very handsome boy, but his mommy wanted girl. So she told me, you know, add some wisp to the bangs, so for the front, and so I did, and oh my goodness, I, you know, definitely think that that helped a lot. So now she is a beautiful baby girl. Okay, so this paintbrush, I'm just doing little strokes, and then I want to kind of blend it, not make it too dark. So I'm just kind of dabbing as I go. And if I get too thick of lines too, I like to dab them off, because I don't want the lines to be too thick either. And then you gotta be careful going over it when it's wet, because sometimes it just does not want to blend at all. I hope I'm holding it in the camera this time. I actually shot 3 videos with Ethan. However, like I said, when I went to watch them, I was not Or well, I had the baby over at me and not for the camera to see. So I had to well, I didn't redo because of course I can't. But I'm redoing with this little one instead, so. And I think she's gonna, or he, I think this is a boy. I think she called him little boy, so. And that's cool, because I don't know that I've seen a boy version of Lauri either. And I really enjoy this kit. She's super cute, or well, will be super cute. And I'm always talking about how many boy clothes I have. I have so many boy clothes, so to, you know, make a boy baby is great. I have a ton of clothes either way, though, that I need to give away, I guess. With babies, I'm always looking at for new outfits, and my husband's always like, "Are you sure you need that? And can you use it?" And I'm like, yes, I can always use them, of course. It's just I don't usually use everything right away. But I do get to them. It's got a little bit of fuzz on there, and I don't want that in there. Probably was in the dish somehow. So I don't know if you can tell, I'm just making little lines, like all over, basically. So just to kind of make little hairs in certain spots here. And then I'll come back in with a darker color, and then that'll add more depth as well. And then I'm adding like just shorter hairs for the swirl here. I was gonna say, I still hope I'm in the shot here. I want everyone to be able to see what I'm doing. In case you want to try the same technique or similar, you know, I haven't done like any classes or anything, so this is all like me, I guess. So the top so far. I just gotta work on the sides and the back. The sides are what I absolutely don't like working on. Cause like I said, I have a hard time like figuring out like what should it look like on the back. I don't like that hair there. So I just erase it. You gotta be quick though, because this is air dry paints I'm working with. So I gotta be super fast. And this is the only brush that I use. I don't use any other brushes. I know some people use like fan brushes and whatnot, and I mean, I do have some other brushes in my collection, like these two, for example. And I actually cut them myself based on what I've seen other artists use, but I just can't, you know, get them to work for me. So I've just been using these liner brushes, and that's getting a little too dark for me. I don't know what that was, it just flew at me, but it was kind of freaky. I don't know where it went either. Okay, so not sure that I like that either. See, I have the hardest time with the sides. Let's go back to the top here, just a little bit. It didn't blend as well as I'd like. I think it might have been because it was wet. This paint definitely adheres better if it's on a dry surface. So I want to make sure that it is on a dry surface. I think that's looking pretty good. Is he looking like a boy? I hope so. Just gonna add in some more little hairs over here. Blend those in a little. I don't want them too dark there. And I gotta go over the swirl still a lot to build up, you know, all the layers and stuff. Okay. It's a little thick. Okay. I wish I could do some classes, you know, like go attend some classes and whatnot, but I have anxiety of flying and I also have anxiety of driving, so I know that, you know, there's probably some videos you can purchase. I mean, I've looked at some on YouTube, and it's hard to tell what's going on. Like, for me anyway, I don't know what's going on. And if I can't tell what's going on, I'm not gonna attempt it, I guess. Because I need to be able to see, you know, what's happening. That one went on a little too thick there. I made a sharp turn. There we go. And ended up skidding across. I'm just gonna make that dry. I gotta keep an eye on the times. I gotta run at around 2-ish and check the time really quick, and I've got 1:10. Okay, we're okay. So that's not too bad. Hopefully this is all showing up because I honestly cannot really tell by checking in the little viewfinder thing. So I'm hoping that it is. I don't like that line there, so. Poor thing, I always stick my fingers in their eyes. Good thing this isn't a real baby. I'm so sorry. That's just the best way to hold them when painting hair. I don't like that line either. The nice thing about using air dry paints too is that I don't have to stop and bake. I just get to keep going and going. Redirect that hair. There we go. You can redirect when you are quick about it, as long as you get it early. A little hair on there. Okay. Just want to keep the hairs thin on top and then bring them, you know, to meet. And then when they meet, that's when they get darker there at the end. This keeps getting too thick here for me. I think it's just the way that I'm holding the brush. And I will go in with a darker brown. I wish I had black. I don't have black. don't know, but you might be able to slow down the video if needed as well. I'm not sure if you can do that, but if you can, that would be great. Just so you can see maybe what I'm doing a little better, a little easier. I just don't want it too dark in the front here, just a little bit. Alright, how's that looking? I hope good. Not too bad. I haven't painted very much hair, so I am still learning and still practicing. And practice makes perfect, they say, so hopefully painting these little ones, I'll be able to be a professional someday. At least at hair painting. That's like one of my goals, is to be able to paint hair. I'm not sure what artist to say, but there are so many out there that do amazing hair painting. Oh, I guess I have a clock on the tablet up there. I don't have to look on my phone every time. So that's good. See if I can blend all these hairs in a little bit. I don't like how that came together at the end there. So I just take it off. This kind of looks too much here too. Turning out pretty cute, I think. Oops. I don't know where that hair is going, but I like them to be pretty uniform. Like going in the same direction and stuff. Not too out in their own, I suppose. Just doing some little connecting hairs here. I'm not sure if they're even showing up on camera. Hopefully. Looks a little thick. And I need to make more little hairs up here. Just gently pulling them up. And then I don't really want my swirl to get completely mixed in with the top. I want them to, those little hairs to be kind of standing out amongst the rest. A little different. Getting little hairs mixed in here. This is dusty in the air today. Be nice to get a little bit of rain anyway. It is spring. I saw a robin. I actually saw 2 robins this morning, so pretty sure that means spring. Been hearing the birds at about, what, 3, 4 in the morning. I don't mind in the summer because I don't have to go anywhere in the summer, except for maybe to the mailbox. I guess that's why it's a good thing that they migrate during the winter. Although we got the seagulls are back, and they are so annoying, really loud. And the magpies, they stay during the winter. They're not so bad. They're pretty quiet birds. I can hear something out there right now. I don't know what it is, but it's noisy. We have blue jays here. And they can be pretty noisy too. Squawky. But, oops, not terrible. Just take off the bottom part of that because otherwise it's fine. Doing little fine lines, everything blends in as well, which is good. We want it all to blend and look natural. I think I'm liking the top. So I'm gonna try not to do too much more to the top. Oh, this is hurting my back sitting like this. So, let's see. I do want to come back in, like I said, with a darker color of brown. Later on. I might have to do a second video of that. Just trying to blend in my side here. I really hope I'm in the shot here. And then everybody can see what I'm doing. Try not to get the ear. I always watch the ear. A little thicker than I would like. You just go right back over. Don't like that line. Just get rid of it. Don't like that either. This is the hardest part for me, is the sides and the back and getting them incorporated to look right, natural. Hold on.
Patio door.
Dog wanted in. It's nice out, so I'm sure he's gonna turn around and go right back outside. Yep.
Patio door.
There we go. I don't know why he bothers coming in, because he just turns around and goes right back out. Just adding in more of the little tiny hairs. Just to kind of blend it. And fill in little gaps. A little dark. Oh, not bad. Good morning, everyone. It's Tanya of Cute and Cuddly Nursery. Here is Lauri by Elisa Marx so far. This is going to be a boy baby. So, I talked to his mommy and she would like a bit more hair added to the sides and back. So I just mixed up a color using the burnt umber #2 if you're using Ultimate Fusion. And also let me see, #8. This is the Fallow Blue Cool about the mint fusion as well. It's like a navy blue, I would call it. Okay, so this is actually my second day. I still need to put my videos together, so if you haven't seen them yet, I haven't edited them. But I will be doing that after this. So I'm going to try to do a quick video because my husband's coming home for lunch very soon. So, and I'm making bacon for lunch as well. In case I haven't mentioned in any of the other videos, I am doing keto. I've been doing it for a little over a year now, and it's, for me, working awesome. I love it. I'm down 66 pounds actually, and I know a lot of people are against keto, but mostly because they don't want to give up their breads and cereals and sugar and, you know, but I want to be healthy, so I gave those things up. It's just not worth, you know, your health to be eating those kind of things. Okay, so I'm just kind of lightly going in and darkening some of the hairs that are already here. Just going over top of them. My paintbrush is falling apart. This poor thing. If they get wet, they start falling apart. I think I showed this one yesterday and it was fine. I don't know. It still works the same without the paint, so I'm just gonna carry on. I just don't like it flaking, flaking on me as I'm using it. Those kind of not good. Maybe I'll put it over the garbage later and remove the rest of the paint. Okay, so I hope I'm in the frame okay today. I haven't checked my other two videos. Yes, I had to do two because for some reason it kept... Well, I guess the camera settings are only set on for so many minutes. I need to go in and see if I can make it longer. I think my husband said you can't, but I'm not sure. I think 30 minutes he said was the most that you can choose, so the length, 30 minutes is it. So I guess I'm stuck with that, but that's fine. I definitely need more practice on hair painting. Like, I'm not saying I'm a professional at this at all. I'm still learning. So anyone following me, just know that I don't know, I'm not a professional at this at all, and I definitely don't claim to be. I can't wait to see this little one put together, because I think I was only able to find like one boy version of this baby, so to have a boy version that I've made is kind of cool, because then if somebody looks it up, they'll see this one and maybe make their Lauri into a boy as well, just based on this one. Not like exactly like mine or anything, but just if they were thinking of making a boy version, or they wanted to see what a boy version looked like, they could look at my Lauri and say, oh yeah, I would make a cute boy. Something like that. I do like to see boy and girl versions of all the babies. But it's, you know, difficult to see all of them because not everybody makes a boy and girl version, or makes a, yeah, both versions, I should say. Alright. I'm not really sure here, but I think holding it upside down might work on this side, because for me I can't, for some reason, turn the head very well. Here we go. I don't know. My timer's about to go off. There it is. I knew it. For the bacon, so I don't burn it. I wish I had a pause button that I could hit on my camera, but I do not. So I'm just gonna have to put her down and then go deal with that, so I'll be right back. Hi everyone, I'm back. I took a quick lunch break, so now I am back, and I forgot to peel my paintbrush, so it's gonna continue to fall on the floor, which is fine. I will sweep it a little later. I do have to run again today. Not, you know, too soon from now, but it's Wednesday, and Wednesdays are a short day for me as far as reborning goes. So I added a bit more of the burnt umber to my color because it was looking gray, and I don't really want gray. I wanted brown, but I've got a bit of gray happening. It was okay at the top, a little darker, but I don't like that at the temple there. Is that the temple? And that's going on a little too dark. added a little bit more dark lashes, or eyebrow hairs in as well. Just to the sides here. I should do an eyebrow tutorial. But, I don't know, I get nervous doing the eyebrows. I'm nervous doing the hair, to be honest, too. Because I'm always worried I'm just gonna really mess up, and that's not good. I don't want to mess up. But it happens, you know, we're all human, it happens. We make, mistakes, so. And like I said, I'm not a professional, there we go. I was gonna say I'm no professional. I don't think that's proper English, but I'm not a professional at this, so. Yeah, I'm going to mess up. And hopefully, one day, I will become a professional at this, and I'll be able to be more confident in my hair painting. And maybe even, you know, be able to offer painted hair as a service would be cool. Although I get so nervous when I work on other people's babies, you know, the ones I do for people even. I get nervous about messing up or anything. I'm just adding the little hairs in here so that the hair looks not so sparse on top. So my husband always looks at the babies and he's like, shouldn't there be more hair here? So I'm going to add a bit more hair on the top. But I do like being able to see, you know, through the hair as well. I think that's getting some, this paint dries really quick and I'm getting the excess off by rubbing it at the end, or the edge of the paint tray there, and it's causing, or it's getting some that's already dried on the edge, and so I don't want that. I guess that kind of adds highlights in too, I don't know. But just adding in more detail with the hairs. I'm just kind of lightly pulling. I don't know if you can tell, but I woke up this morning, it was like 4:30, and I was coughing a lot. I think I like must have swallowed wrong in my sleep or something. And I just kept coughing and coughing, and I felt bad because my husband gets up early for work, and here he's trying to sleep, and I am just coughing like up a lung. And so I think I still have a bit of that. Also, when I went to college, I was around paint fumes a lot, and I would have like flu-like symptoms, which is why I didn't finish that course. I didn't end up going back to college after that 1 year. I only went the first year, and then I was like, no, this is not good for my health, so I stopped. Oop. And now I'm doing this. So I really wanted to go into, like, my art teacher suggested that I go to the Seattle Art Institute, and when I was in high school. But of course I didn't end up going that far away. I didn't want to, you know, be that far away from my family. I'd So of course I didn't end up going. I just went within an hour of my parents, and that way I, wasn't home, like living at home per se, but I would come home on the weekends to do my laundry. And of course to visit my family as well. So I did not end up doing fine arts at all, like I'd planned, but I don't know, it's fine. I kind of wish I would have. I really enjoyed it when I was in high school, because I would win a lot of awards, and I was more like into collecting the awards, I guess. So I really enjoyed that. And then the challenge, of course, that you get from doing, new things in school and whatnot. New challenges that the teacher gives you. And sorry about that, everyone. My battery died, so I switched, and now I've actually got 3 batteries for this camera, and I just swapped one over, and it said it was on for about 2 minutes and said change battery. So I changed battery. So now I've got 2 on the charger and 1 in the camera. So hopefully this one will work for me for a little while. Oh, I think I'm out of the frame. Okay, bring him back up here. I think this is going to be the cutest little guy. I always think about this instance. I don't remember where I was, somewhere out shopping. And there was this lady, and she had the cutest baby. And this was like years ago. But I was with my sister-in-law at the time, and so we were out, and I don't know how I even, I don't talk to people, I don't normally go up to people and talk. I'm a very, private person. I don't, chat with anybody usually. But somehow I got to talking to this woman, or I approached her, or she approached me. I have no idea. I don't even remember how it happened. But anyhow, she had this adorable, what I thought was a little boy, dressed in all this blue, light blue, like this color, blue, clothing. And it was all Nike stuff and little Nike shoes and everything, and just, shorts and a tank top. Looked all boy to me, and I was like, oh, what an adorable little boy, and I was just saying how cute he was. And then finally she says she's a girl. And I'm like, what? Dressed in boy clothes, and I felt so bad. I was like, I am so sorry. Yeah, so, but to this day, I still feel bad about that. Oops. But if she would have been a little boy, that would have been the most adorable little boy I've ever seen. But unfortunately, not a boy. Oh well. Try to forgive and forget, but it's hard, because when you make a mistake like that, it's it stays with you, or at least for me, it stayed with me for a very long time. And I don't know if that was in frame. There we go. I feel like this needs to be a little darker so that it blends in better. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still learning this hair painting technique or talent. I'm trying to gain it, I guess, as a talent. So I would love to be able to do more, oh, my lines keep getting a little too thick, painted hair instead of rooting. I know there's a lot of people love my rooting, but it's just such a pain for me. Trying to find the time to root, and then my attention span, I can only pay attention to, you know, or focus for so long, and then I'm like, I gotta do something different. If I'm not interested, I just get lost in something else. But I don't mind doing the painted hair. I can keep my attention on that for quite a while, so it is no problem for me. I'm worried I'm out of the camera's view again, and I really hope not. I think he looks really good, actually. I feel like I messed up a bit here, but the rest I think looks really nice. Does he look like a boy? I'm really hoping he looks like a boy. Whoop. Over here, there, little guy. There we go. Well, I think I'm gonna go see what his mommy thinks, and then I might be ready to put this little guy together, other than the eyelashes. I've started gluing my eyelashes now because I just find that it is such a pain in the butt to do rooted ones. And I have a lot of trouble with rooted ones. Like, I root really close, so like the vinyl gets all chewed up looking, and I hate that. So, and also on another note, I want to start over my tutorials because you know, with Brooklyn I had to restart her, and I don't want to cause any confusion or anything from that. So I want to with my next babies, I'm gonna start over with my tutorials, so I'll be uploading new ones. Yeah. So I think that's it. I'm going to, like I said, get pictures of this little one and show his mommy and ask her what she thinks, and if if he's ready, I'm gonna get him put together. So I do need to varnish or seal. I use Genesis Heat Set thinning medium as my sealer. And I gotta pop those eyes out. Can you see in there? These eyes were such a pain to get in there. I love them though, aren't they beautiful? These are Thomas Bays. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Glass eyes. And they are from Germany, and they are gorgeous. So anyhow, I am gonna get to getting some photos of this little guy. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found the videos informative. If you have any like questions or suggestions, maybe I'll do another video as well on this. I do want to try some more techniques of, like, I know my hair is mostly straight. I want to try to do wavy. I have a custom or reserved baby coming up, and I need it to have wavy hair, so I'll be practicing. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.